See, can Tia see me, y'all? And see, making sure it's not turned upside down. Can you see me, Tia? Good. Okay. How y'all doing? Who I am? I am the Doc and Tia. Seeing it all knowing right here on YouTube, done knowing on Facebook. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It won't cost you a dime. And give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I come out here to help people, not to harm people. Um, Somebody saying gossip. See, what y'all be calling gossip could be a breaking a case. If you don't want to say anything nice, stroll on. Well, we're going to be all right. The dog could be okay, me and Jill and I. But I do ask you to stroll on because if anybody saw something, we want people to say something. Now, this was sent to me, and I was so wrapped up into the McNut, but I knew I was going back to it because he was a, hey, Frank. Hey, Miss Diane, girl, I've been missing you. We got to talk. And so he was a big YouTuber. He was an over the road truck driver. He seemed like he loved this woman. He did everything to show it. Seemed like it was unconditional love. But sometimes you got to be careful because what's unconditional for you may not be unconditional for them. And let me just tell you how I ran across it. First of all, several people sent it to me. And I didn't have time to look at it. I'm just going to be as transparent as I can be. So then when I went and looked at it, I said, Tia, I've already been seeing this case. So I looked at his aunt page, the Natasha. I looked at all of their the live they did with the couple, the Caucasian couple, which the wife was a nurse. And so it was like it's two different stories. And it was a red car that was involved in it. Well, when I looked this morning, somebody asked the blogger, when was this taken and where is this red car? Because they said red car was there and then he just kind of like, I guess, left, vanished or whatever. But this is the thing, you all. They're asking justice for this family. He went to take his lady for a Christmas getaway. It seems like he showers her with gifts and whatever. And all of the stories don't add up. They don't add up. And so, according to the research, she wasn't told anything for 24 hours. Do you think that if something happens to me, no one could really, and we found this out. So that's why we just do proactive things. That my cousin was on paperwork that was kind of higher than Tia. And my cousin is my brother now. But Till is with me. Till lives with me. I think Till needs all the rights. And he doesn't have a problem with them. So Till's name will go to the head to decide what to do, for me. And we have these things in writing, notarized and everything, so they wouldn't have a problem. But they took him in as a John Doe. And let me tell you, if this is the love of your life, and they tell you to put him out, baby, baby, baby. Who kicks out the love of your life? You don't do it. Even that thing I was married to, I wouldn't have pushed him out the car. I wouldn't have harmed a hair on his head. I would have been trying to get rid of him. And they the ones supposed to be in love. See, I wasn't in no love. But I still wouldn't have harmed her. I could not have and look at myself in the mirror every day. But she was supposed to love him. They say she went and withdrew all his money during the time where he was non-responsive in the hospital. They're raising money for a private, a PI, to look in to see what happens because she was wearing a boot because allegedly everything we say between me and Tia is allegedly entertainment and educational purposes only. So they trying to piece it back. But you're in Gainesville, Georgia. Why would you just leave your man on the side of the road and you love him to death? So, everybody keep talking about love. What does that mean anymore? Does it mean that you're going to show up sometimes for Facebook Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and act like you so in love. And you know in the background you're secretly trying to poison people. Let me tell y'all something. If you have a nasty person and they just nasty, and I don't mean cold and nasty, I mean nasty. And there are people who put ish in your food, your drink, and everything else. You ought not to be around that person. You shouldn't think about ever being around that person. And I think that's illegal. If you got it with somebody recorded that they did something, like they peed in your, over your food and you ate it, or peed in your cup and they saying it, and you ingested that, I think that's illegal. If I was whoever that ever done to you, you need to do that. But what a cowardly person that would do that. You think I can get mad with Tia all day? You think I'm going to mess with her food? No. And if I go out here and me and Tia mad, I'm going to get me something to eat, I'm bringing Tia somebody. Tia ain't got to worry about it because that ain't my heart. I never do nothing to harm anybody. You know why? I don't want anybody to do it to me. And if you're dealing with people like that, cut them off. I'm sorry. But you got somebody laying beside you. Sometimes we be sleeping with the enemy. But he's supposed to be your love of your life. And they say, she pushed them on out the car. That's what somebody said, at 25 miles of speed. I'm not sure, y'all. I just report the news and folk get mad at me. And then she said she just put them off and went back up to the store. But look like the pizza and stuff was up at the store. But how did the pizza get up under the bridge and the wings and they scattered everywhere? So she said she was waiting 5 minutes and she was going to go back and see. No. She started hearing the ambulance, them polices, and she got back down there to see what was going to happen. Then she let him, she could have told him right then what his name was, but she let them take him to the hospital with John Doe. And all his identification is gone. Yeah. It's everywhere. Their aunts are doing it. The daddy is talking, and they want justice for his son. And allegedly, she went into his account because she got all 3 of his phones. And if you got banking on your phone, they can get into it. And they said as he was laying down, deceased, she transferred all the money to her account. Why was he out a month?
She left the hospital
to go to the cabin. That's what she told him. She was going to the cabin to get their things, but that was nothing. Now she had already packed up the car, and it was whoever rented it told them no, she got all her stuff because I rented that time they left. So that was a lie. And they say she was wearing a boot because her ankle was broke. And they said she wasn't driving. That he drove. He did everything. And for Valentine was so sweet, he would take her place. I mean, he loved her. But sometimes you can love folk and they don't love you. Now, y'all, we're going to stay on this case. Anything else you found here that I'm missing out?